Hello and welcome back to my travel vlog. This is the second video I'm putting up today, and in this video I wanted to focus on some of the fun things I've been doing. This view here is from the top of Bunkers del Caramel in Barcelona. In the past couple of weeks I've had the opportunity to do a lot of fun things like going to a Spanish national basketball game in Barcelona, as well as visiting two different cities, the cities of Girona and Tarragona. The city that you see here is the city of Girona, and it's the first city that I'm going to talk about. When I went to visit Girona, I didn't really have any plans in mind. I just kind of wanted to see the city, but I lucked out and I arrived at the same time as the St. Narcissus Festival and Fair. And there was tons of artists and local dancers and musicians like you're seeing here. I hadn't planned it at all, but I was so glad that I arrived at the same time as the festival because the local talent was just incredible. And there was also a ton of local vendors selling some really cool stuff, just local crafts, local art, antiques, all sorts of things. The city, though, is actually known for its architecture, and it was actually one of the bridges in Girona was featured in Game of Thrones. The views from on top of the castle and around the monastery and the cathedrals were incredible. You could walk around the city walls and see basically the entire city from the top. And this is the cathedral, which is just mind-blowing. There was also the Eiffel Bridge, which stretches across the Onyar River. It's called the Eiffel Bridge because it was built by the same people who built the Eiffel Tower. Girona was honestly one of the coolest places I've been to, and I didn't think it could be topped, but then I headed south to a city called Tarragona. Tarragona is still in Catalonia. It's about an hour south of Barcelona, and it's known for Roman ruins, as well as having an amazing cathedral there as well. The Roman ruins are by far the oldest thing I've ever seen. They date back to about 100 BC and are still in really incredible shape. This is the amphitheater, which has that amazing backdrop of the Mediterranean Sea. It would have been used for gladiator battles and all sorts of spectacles. And you could walk through a good majority of the ruins. There was an amazing museum and a lot of interesting just facts and histories. It was really interesting to explore the ruins, and it was also interesting to see some of these rooms because during the Spanish Civil War, some of these rooms were actually used to hold prisoners as late as the 1950s. Later that day, I headed out to where the remains of a Roman aqueduct were built. The aqueduct was incredibly tall. It was about 27 meters or just shy of 100 feet. And the crazy thing is you could actually walk on top of the aqueduct. It was crazy to think that they built this before there was any electricity or cranes or any of our modern technology, but they still managed to build it just so incredibly tall and built it so structurally sound that even 2,000 years later, it's still there. But yeah, whether you're heading out to Tarragona to see the Roman ruins or heading to Girona to see the culture, I definitely recommend both places, and I had an amazing time at both places. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow. Thank you so much. Goodbye.